In every prosecution, the success of the Crown's case is dependent on witnesses who are willing and able to testify. Not only must they be willing and able to testify, but they must be able to testify clearly, effectively, and powerfully. What we have here is the mom of a daughter who is age 12. She has contacted the Crown and now has concerns about her daughter testifying.
I am very concerned. My daughter is only 12, and I'm very concerned because she does not want to have to relive this event in public in front of other people.
First of all, Mrs. Jones, I appreciate you coming in to speak to me. It's very important for me to understand where your daughter is coming from, and you, as the mom, where you stand on this. I'm a father of 3 myself, so sometimes I need to ask myself what is the concerns of my son or my daughter if they need to come to court. Can you tell me, is there any other concerns other than the fact that you feel she does not want to relive this?
Well, yes, she doesn't want to see the man again, and she's afraid that if he sees her in court, that maybe he will come after her for what she said in court against him.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Is there any other concerns that you have in your mind?
Well, she's crying at night because of this. She's not sleeping well. She is embarrassed. Our whole family is embarrassed by this. And her friends, some of them are not wanting to talk to her because of what's happened. They think that somehow she's a bad person because of what happened. Those are some of my concerns.
Is there anything else?
I don't understand the process that's going to happen, what has to go on in the court. I'm afraid for my daughter being alone up there on the witness stand. How can she feel that she's not all by herself talking about this thing that happened to her? My husband is not happy about this. He wishes that she would not have to go to court. And our whole family is just worried about this. We're worried about who else might be in the courtroom. Like, will there be, say, someone from a newspaper? Is her name going to be in public, even more than it's public already in the court? So those are some of my concerns, and I just feel like our family is kind of alone in this, and my daughter feels very alone.
It's very important for me to understand your concerns and your family's concerns, and I just correct me if I'm wrong, because it's very important for me to understand is what you're saying is that you're concerned about the safety of your daughter if she testifies.
Yes.
And that safety concern comes from the fact that people or the media might come to court. Her name might be made known in the public, as well as there is also the personal concern that she doesn't want to talk about the incident and relive the whole thing all over again.
That's right.
Okay. And as far as the family is concerned, you got real concerns about her testifying in court.
Yes, we do.
All right. And did I understand your position carefully?
Yes, I think you did. Also, as I mentioned, she is afraid that if he sees her again when she's testifying, that somehow he will come after her again or target her, or somebody else will target her that he knows that he tells about her.
Thank you for letting me know. And if I can share with you may I answer some of your concerns?
Yes. Because I really don't feel like going through with this.
Yes. And I'm a parent myself. If you pulled the words out of my mouth, I would probably say the same things for my kids. And as parents, we're really protective of them. There's a number of things, though, that has been set in place to help your daughter through this. First, there is something called a ban on publication. So we can ask the judge to make an order that nobody can publish her name or any information that could lead to her identity being known.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, in terms of her seeing the accused, there is another provision too that we can make an application to the judge to have a screen placed in front of her so that when she's testifying, all she sees is the judge and me asking questions of her, so she does not have to see the accused. Now, the accused has to see her because in our courts, the accuser is always entitled to see his accuser. So it will be such that he will be able to see your daughter either through a screen or through a monitor, but your daughter does not have to see her.
So she doesn't have to look at him again?
No, he does not. She does not have to do that.
And he doesn't have to be close to her or near to her?
The accused person will be in the courtroom, but not close to her.
Okay.
The courtroom, in many ways, is a safe place because we have the judge over there, there's the prosecutor, there's sheriffs. In my experience doing this for 27 years, they're usually at their best behavior because they know that they're being watched.
Okay.
So those are some of the things that we can do to help. The other thing is that the victim services workers are available. And what they do is they accompany your daughter, and they're there to support her and to accompany her. But having said all of that all of these things in place, whether your daughter goes to court or not, I just want to say something to you, and that is thank you to you and your daughter. What she has done was really courageous because she came forward. As you know, 3 of the neighborhood girls that you know also came forward.
Yes.
Regardless of where we go with this, your daughter has done the courageous thing that made your neighborhood safer. Did you notice that? He's in jail
that's
right
what we
now.
want. We want it to
Exactly.
be safer, and we want her to be brave, but we are concerned about those things. But what you've said makes me feel a little bit better. Would it be possible for my husband or me to be anywhere in the courtroom when she's testifying?
Absolutely. Your daughter's entitled to have a support person now. You have to testify because you're going to describe the neighborhood for us, the homes of the other 3 girls, and other things that will set the stage for our testimony. So we'll have you testify first, and after you finish testifying, your daughter, you can be there for your daughter.
So I can stay when
Yes.
she has to testify?
Yes.
Because I think that would make her feel better, and just knowing that I was there too.
And I think it makes you feel better too that you're there.
To watch
Yeah.
and see what's happening.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like I can protect her a little bit as well.
Yes. I think there's a part of you that recognizes the importance of doing this. And I just want to follow up with what I've started earlier by saying is that regardless of where we go from today's, hey, this guy's caught, he's in jail, and he will be held to account. But for us to get to the finish line, we need your daughter together and the friends to testify together. There is strength in numbers, and each of these daughters will have their parents as well to support each other. And if you come together, there is strength. And frankly, my experience has been that the accused is the person most scared in court because he's the one that may be going to jail if he is convicted. So think about that, and I just want to affirm what your daughter did, what you have done in supporting her, bringing her to the police detachment to give a statement. You've done the first step. Our encouragement for you is that as a family, together, we walk and take the second step. And then there's the third step and the fourth step, and that's where I come in, bringing this to court to have this person prosecuted.
Would you be available if I had other concerns or questions so that I could
Yes.
meet with you to ask more questions about this?
Yes. What I will do is I will hook you up with Jenna Becker. She's our victim services worker. And together with her, we will work together to address all of your legitimate concerns. And I'm grateful that you brought these to me because that helps me understand where Jamie will be when I finally get to meet her. It's very important for me to understand Jamie, and I would be grateful if you could maybe share with me some information that helped me understand your daughter before I talk to her. So we can pause here for now.